Hi, we're here in Zona Maco, Matt and I.
Yes, hi, and this is How Does the Art World Work?
I'm Claudia Baez.
I'm Matt Nasser, live from
Mexico City.
This is the last day of the fair, and it's very busy. There's lots of people. Mostly, it seems to me, on Sunday, it's people that are here to look at the art, to experience an art fair. Less critics, less VIPs at the VIP opening, less buyers, collectors. They've done that the first day.
Yeah, let's go in here. At least this is painting. I like painting.
Okay.
We're also going to go at the end. We'll go see my paintings. They're going to be they're in a booth. So
yeah, that's good to point out. We're here because Claudia is exhibiting with a gallery from Querétaro called HGZ Gallery, and
we'll
we'll
see
do that
my
at the end.
paintings and tell me whether they're any good.
So what do
or
we
not.
have here?
Well, it's expressionism, and there's many different layers. There's, many different. It's a nice effort, I think.
It's
And I
giving
also
me the
like that
bacon,
one over there.
bacon flesh color.
Bacony.
Bacony.
And then I must say, I'm very pleased with the fact that I don't just see paint by number paintings, because it's been a trend, where they only just do the projecting of an image and then filling it in paint by number. I don't see that much this time. There's more like other techniques. It's like a technique kind of thing. It's like, who has the best technique? I think.
Well, we were talking about that in Miami as well, and it seems similar here that, the last few years the art market hasn't been doing very well, and it seems that it also here in Mexico City, it's kind of boiled away separated the wheat from the chaff, as they say. I'm trying to think of the right metaphor, but
I think you're right, Matt. This booth has been very well attended. It's a very political booth coming up.
So this whole booth here is a giant sort of wallpaper mural, one artist.
It's also
It's
nominated
paper.
for a prize. Yeah, it's paper. Charcoal. Pastels. It's pastels. It's a very, very monumental drawing, I think.
Do you see any differences, you think, from we were just in Miami to here?
I would say these are more emerging artists.
Okay.
They're less, the prices are more affordable. We are in Mexico City. Things are, reasonably priced.
When you get to the bigger galleries, not so
Well,
much.
the Pace Gallery, they just painted the gallery pink, Mexican pink, which is always successful. Mexican pink is a very good color.
It sure is, especially when you're in Mexico. But two of the bigger galleries at the fair this year were near Pace and OMR Gallery, which is a very big gallery in Mexico City.
So OMR is showcasing a photo of an amphitheater or something.
That's also, I think, nominated for the audience choice. If I see, there's different prizes that are happen at these art fairs. Some are like a sponsor, like an alcohol sponsor might have an award that gives artists money. There's an audience award that they're doing this year, sponsored by another company. So that's another thing that, if you go to an art fair, you can participate in helping an artist and getting them money.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's rigged. Look, in front of us, there's like
It's rigged.
What is that? The Frida Kahlo ceramic plates.
Oh yeah, in the back there's a lot of people in this booth. It's Pace, big gallery. They have spaces all over the world.
And over there they have like a very gimmicky situation going. Let's go see these. What do I see? What is it? People love that. They're like, what?
Do you think it's because there's an more acceptance of hallucinogenic drugs, that this kind of art is more prevalent.
Definitely.
Sit in your living room and trip out to one of these works. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea. I would need some of those drugs for these paintings too. Very interesting.
I just remembered that Bart wanted to call in.
Okay,
we're
let's call
missing
him. Let's call
our
him.
third wheel, or maybe I'm the third wheel. One of us.
No,
is the
let's
third.
call him.
But we're missing Bart, so Claudia's going to call Bart, so that the three amigos are somehow together here at Zona Maco Art Fair. You're calling a fax machine.
And he's not going to be in his office.
No, he's at home. Call his cell phone. All right, this is...
This is not working.
Okay, forget it. Let's talk. Let's keep talking.
Yeah, I can't reach.
Bart.
I don't know which is his phone number. Okay, let's see what else can we see.
Bart. All right,
Okay.
so...
What is this gallery, Matt?
Another aspect of art fairs is wine, food, and drink. And there are many spaces here that have food, tequila. We love the food here in Mexico. It's a big part of why we come.
I agree, 100%.
And it's a big reason why we like this fair, because there's so many places to eat.
And we don't have that much time. Let's get to our booth.
Okay.
We already did 15 minutes.
11 minutes says
Okay.
the clock.
Very good.
But what else?
So the other day we wanted to get some chips. Oh, look at the Richard Serras. I like Richard Serra.
Richard Serra.
I like Richard Serra.
Recently passed away. Famous architect, for those who don't know. How would you describe his work, Claudia?
Corten steel, very, very big. It's been like well recognized. Everybody knows him. So this is what he does on paper. But normally what I like of his work is when he's doing the black oil stick on paper. But this isn't black oil stick. This is another thing. I don't know what he put on it.
Well, let's see. It says here maybe. Backdrop 2. Agua Fuerte Ibarra. I don't know.
Acafuerte Ibarra. Oh, it is oil stick.
oil
It is oil stick. With something else on the paper. Just black, but they're fabulous. I don't know why I like them, but I like them. Can't explain. But he's a very good sculptor. He's a sculptor. He's not a painter necessarily.
Do you think a part of it is just how well known he is a part of the reason you like it?
Sometimes I do think so. Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen his style. It's like you know him. You know his point of view.
Right. Yeah. It does work that way. Absolutely. And when you hear the story of an artist, this is Curimansuto. It's a very famous art. Very, very famous gallery in Mexico City.
And all these fairs have a little sign that says where they're from and what the gallery is. So you can, and there's a big map that we'll pass probably later that'll tell you, because it's gigantic. These places are huge. We found out that there's 199 galleries showing here at Zona Maco this year.
And then they have this shovel that is reaching to the sky.
A shovel digging rocks reaching to the sky.
Galería Acapulco. Acapulco Gallery. Very interesting.
You were going to say before, we were trying to get into the Amex Lounge.
Yeah.
That's another thing about art fairs that Claudia and I like and dislike at different times, depending if we get in or not. But this is the problem. There's a lot of gatekeeping at these art fairs. There's a lot of like, if you have this card, if you have this wristband, if you have this bag, I don't know, you can go to this lounge, you can go and do this thing, you can get this free gift.
So over there they have these free potato chips if you have an American Express card.
Not just any American Express card.
Oh, it's got to be the silver.
The platinum.
But if you want to get into the lounge, you have to have the black one.
Card, which I
which
think,
we don't have.
No.
So we could only get the chips.
So basically, and then if you go into the lounge, everything that they're selling is for free. So basically, the richer you are, the less you have to pay. is kind of the way it works.
Oh, then the Veuve Clicquot, the champagne problem in this fair is like you have to get in line. You have to first you have to go charge your card in your wristband with the Amex. Then you have to come here. Then you have to get in line, and then you can get a glass of champagne.
Here we
It's
are
like,
at the Veuve Clicquot
why don't they just give
booth.
champagne out?
Why don't
It's
they
ridiculous.
give champagne out? I mean, as a gallerist, I agree, because you want people
want
well
people drinking.
lubricated
So that they buy.
so that they buy.
I think that's beautiful. Tamayo or old Tamayo. I'm very much this is somebody I grew up looking at. His name is Tamayo. He's a Mexican.
He's a muralist, right?
He's
Primarily.
a muralist. He's one of the muralists. That's a very beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
He used
Colors.
texture and color, and he invented his own shapes. I mean, I think he's very creative and wonderful. Creative. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's go to our booth.
You don't know what we're saying. Yeah,
See
we'll
how
talk
great-
more about
this
your
is the
booth.
last day that we're here, and we are
zonked.
completely exhausted.
Part of what Claudia's been doing at this art fair is doing an intervention where she has a cart, which you'll see, filled with her paintings, and then she draws people that want a portrait.
I've been doing live portraits. Show them the chips, the free chips.
Oh,
card.
yeah, here's the-
You want to get some free chips?
Okay, get one and we can split it.
One to
because-
split. Okay, let's see. This
I-
guy knows me. He doesn't like me.
Well,
Let's see
we've
how
been
he
bugging him because
behaves.
we didn't have the
Yeah.
right cards. Here's the chips
Hola.
that are so important.
Venimos por nuestras papitas. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Dejé mi tarjeta en el hotel. ¿No te acuerdas de mí que venía diario? Sí.
Está bien.
Ah, ¿andamos con esa sirve o tengo que tener la Platinum?
No, está perfecto.
¡Qué bueno! I
We
left
got
the
the chips.
Platinum in the hotel.
I can't believe they've said yes to you.
He said yes because I think the camera pressured him.
Oh, that's good. There are perks to having a podcast. So in Mexico they have potato chips, but they put
Sí, gracias.
spicy salsa on it.
Qué divino.
And
¿Es
it's
cualquier
delicious.
tarjeta o tenía que ser la Platinum?
Hoy estamos un poquito más
Ah, más ligero. Gracias. Okay. Today he
Gracias.
says,
See you.
we got him on the spot. He wasn't going to give him to me.
Now we're in the photography section. The other
Oh
thing
yeah, should we say
that's
hello to
different.
Lorena?
Uh,
Lorena and Giovanni? No,
They
they're
look
pa-
very
they're
busy.
packed.
They're selling. This is the last
Yeah.
day, so people are really trying to get sales in. But another difference of this fair is they have different sections.
Yeah. Correct.
Which is different than
Yeah, there's
Zona
diseño,
Maco.
we haven't been there.
Yeah.
The antiques, we haven't been there.
They have antiques. They have design. They have this is a whole section devoted to photography. There's contemporary art. There's secondary art market, and there's books too.
Books too. We have to go over there. I have to go see.
We have to go shopping.
I need to go shopping for something.
I like the design section.
Yeah, let's go to the side section.
Okay. Well, after our podcast.
After.
But
After we show them our booth.
yes. Okay. We're
Okay.
going to the booth now. Through.
Through the
Getting-
photography.
It's getting busier.
Hello
Yeah,
to
this
them.
is a beautiful gallery, a photography gallery that I curated a show there a couple of years ago. Their
And
gallery
there
is
they
located
are.
in
Look at them, look at
Roma.
them. Hi
Here
guys.
they're holding court. Holding court.
We're
Very
talking
well.
about Almanaque.
How is it going? We are very pleased.
We're
to be
doing
with
our
this woman.
podcast.
As for the podcast.
Yeah, we're doing our podcast live.
Your
Have you
thoughts
heard our
about
podcast yet or no?
what your
I guess you'll watch
your
this
remarks on Zona Maco
My
this
remarks
year.
are, we like it, I like it, but I'm very speechless. I'm walking around trying to speak about the art, and I'm really not drawn to anything, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy that it's not just pinta por número, you know?
Exactly. No, and
So
this
I'm
is,
like, it's good.
And I guess this is one of the most popular art fairs now in the world, when people from literally all around the world come to.
Yeah.
to
How
see
did you
this
do
art
sales
fair.
wise? Did you sell?
Yes. Well, I don't have to say it, but well, yeah.
Did you do a good job? Yes.
And you have an
Always.
artist that has been nominated
Yes,
as well.
Mara Sanchez Renero. She's a great artist and she's been working for 1 decade with indigenous people. And also some of the few scarce vintage photos from Bob Shalwick and from Dana Salvo that he belongs to MoMA. So it's a kind of artwork where you can find something, for instance, in this section that belongs to MoMA and an incredible price because it's another medium, or emerging artists and sculpture, people from all around the world.
Yeah.
And we become friends, it's more relaxed, it's casual.
very good.
We all have a good time. And it's
That is
amazing.
so true. So
No?
true.
Thank you. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
We have to make it to my booth.
I'm gonna steal.
You want to keep
Oh
them?
yeah, have
Keep
that
them.
for you.
Nah,
Yeah, we're gonna go eat taquitos.
Our guests get
We were just
perks.
doing.
See you later. So that was our friends from Alvin
We're
Alki
arriving
Gallery.
to our booth. The booth is run by two kids that are. They have a gallery in Querétaro, and this is a very big deal for them to be shown in Zona Maco. And they brought 3 artists. They brought me and 2 other artists, and then they set up their booth. And there they are. We're going to see them now. No, we have to hold it.
So here we are at the booth.
This is one of my paintings.
So tell us about this series.
It's an Ansel Adams series, and it's a geyser.
It's a
It's
geyser.
also kind of like an explosion, or should I say it? An ejaculation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I think
painted
that's
a bunch of geysers, so that's one of them. And I'll show
why
you
he
the
was
others.
interested in those
Come and see more.
photos. So Ansel Adams was a photographer that worked over 100 years ago.
Absolutely.
And-
And he would carry his camera, and until he found the right moment. He was really labor of love and very, very intense and wonderful photographer.
And he was
Here's
really
3
good
more
about
geysers.
light.
Light. He would wait for the right moment.
And he set up those shots, and a lot of it was nature, and it was almost always black and white.
Always.
So
black
again,
and white.
you're also reinterpreting the colors.
That's right. That's right.
These are more geysers. Oh, I love this red one. It's all Old Faithful, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all the same geyser, but at different moments in time.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so that's another artist that we're showing with, and that's another artist that we're showing with. And here are the galleries. Let me introduce you to the galleries. Vengan a platicar tantito el podcast. Aquí platiquen, aquí está el micrófono. Si es que está sirviendo. Más, this isn't even on.
It
We
is on.
failed.
It is on.
You sure? You see a green light? Okay.
1, 2, 3. ¿Se oye? Probando.
We don't know.
¿No?
No. Este es Jorge. This is Jorge. He's the owner of this gallery.
Hi guys.
This is Enrique. He painted those paintings that we'll show you in a minute. And here we are in Zona Maco.
Yeah.
And we're really grateful for having Claudia here again. We're being very spoiled by her again.
We've been having fun
We're
sometimes.
having fun in chocolate.
Have fun in chocolate.
Chocolate is
What
very
else?
Chocolate is
What else
important.
would you want?
And
in
where's
life?
Gaston? He's not here today again. He's missing in action again.
He's we saw him yesterday. He came to the show and he's like all over the place. He's
Bienvenido.
taking care of Art Week.
Oh, good, good.
So let's show these works here. Another
We don't know. Sometimes it's,
aspect,
like,
if you're ever going
embarrassing.
to work an art fair, you have to have snacks for your booth. So we've done a few of these, so Claudia knows to bring chocolate.
And this is our cart that we're going to take out.
Oh yes,
So this
And
cart
this-
moves.
this is the intervention we were talking about. This is Claudia's cart, her push cart. So there's a lot of vendors in Mexico, and they sell anything in the world you can think of, from fruit to chocolates to anything you can think of. And this is sort of a play on that by, you know,
And then I make a
selling
drawing
your
like
artwork
this.
like a vendor.
I make
'Cause who are we
drawings.
kidding? That's what we're here for.
No se molesten, además estoy enseñándoles. So we're now in Frieze. This is how the art world works. We're in this fabulous shed, which is really, as far as I'm concerned, not fabulous. The food is terrible. Yeah, it's all self-serve. You have to grab this horrible box and put it here, and then you have to go pay over there, and then we're gonna go down there. But it's just, Frieze used to be in Randall's Island. It used to be a fantastic fair. It was amazing food in a beautiful location. It was a destination. You would have to get on the boat, or what were they called, Bart?
A
The
ferry.
boats? A ferry.
Ferry.
You'd have to get on the ferry to get to Frieze. And then once there, they had amazing sausages and San Ambrose, different venues where you could eat.
I remember none of this. I just remember the art.
Oh, very
No, I
good,
know,
Bart.
yeah.
Very good. Well, we're going to definitely see the art soon.
Matthew,
But
okay, we're
so
gonna have
far,
a little preview. Matthew,
This
look
is
down
very
the-
bad. This is a nice aerial view of where we are, don't you think?
Yeah.
But what is this thing? How did they even build this thing? It's like an airplane hangar or something, right? We're gonna go see what we see. So art fairs are also about seeing people dress up, they come with their friends. Do you see anything you like, Bart?
No. Give me a minute, I'll get into it. Well, we're seeing a lot of bold graphic work, I think, at the fairs this year. I particularly like this piece behind you. I've always been interested in the swan's neck and the cyma curve there that sort of suggests the swan, but sort of tucked in, but also abstract. What do you think? So one of the things that I'm interested in is the cyma curve in art, which the British artist Thomas Hogarth wrote a very important treatise in the 18th century called The Line of Beauty. And he posited that there were 7 different kinds of curves, from the more modest one to the more elaborate Baroque curve. And the swan's neck is often supposed to be the most perfect of those curves in the sort of 7, and they're very direct. And so here we have a work by Wanda Coop at Night Gallery from Los Angeles. And you can see how, I think this is a very successful work because it is both abstract and yet it does suggest the swan.
I beg to disagree.
Okay.
It's
Let me-
completely unsuccessful because it's dead centered and it's completely like it's very casually painted, but it's not painted with any inspiration. It's like thought about and just like I'm gonna do this, and it's like the
you see,
pencil. I mean,
I thought this was really wonderful. It sort of the composition drew me from across the room. And I really like this, that although it sort of suggests the swan here, it also, to my mind, reminds me of a porcupine here in some way, with a sort of great pompadour of gestural
I'm sure
gesture.
Wanda would not like to hear
know.
that her swan is a porcupine.
No,
But this is more interesting, even though it's centered as well, you know. But it's like it does have this perspective, and the curtains.
I do
But
like
I
that
don't
idea
like
sort
the
of
way they're
pulling back.
painted. I don't like the way the curtains are painted.
Too flat.
And this, to me, is offensive. Downright offensive. What is that? That is so badly done.
So do you think
so
that is a
badly
sort of
painted.
comment about the oil well and oil
Whatever
rigs
it
with the
is,
sort
it
of
destroys the other two paintings. If you have this really bad painting next to these two others that potentially were good, you're like, what? I'm not interested. I would never buy a Wanda. Sorry, Bart.
That's
would
all right.
you?
Well,
I'm
I think
sorry.
that's
Am I awful?
interesting.
I read that focus galleries means the emerging artists. So we're going to see some emerging artists, I guess, more affordable art in this section. This is like Tracy Emin meets Basquiat meets me. I like to be like that. I like to do that. Those paintings are made with oil stick and oil. I like them a lot. They're very loose. I like them a lot. I like these works a lot. You want to see?
Yes, that's what. You like it because it looks like your work.
That's right. That's what I just said.
She has a
Emin.
distinct aesthetic. Claudia, this looks like your current series.
I wish. I'm not painting that big. I like that one. That's very beautiful. That's my
Alright.
favorite. That one is my favorite. I like the
I
orange.
like the expression of their two faces there. I like the way he's sort of turned.
Yes, absolutely.
I like the red shoes.
I like the boldness and the easiness, and it's good. I think it's good work. Yeah, and how old is the artist?
She's 44.
Young.
Yeah, she started. She started a little bit
I
later.
said young. It's a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
44 is young, and it's very bold and beautiful. This was a booth recommended by the New York Times, I saw. I don't know why they recommended this booth,
I like.
but you can't see it in the picture of the New York Times, so it's good that we see it in person. What do you like?
I think it's cool.
So what is that? Is that art? What do you do with that? Where do you put that? Where does that go? How do you buy it? You buy a section? What's the story? You have to have a projection.
Yeah, you definitely would need a projector. A very powerful one, so. I wonder how much this piece would cost you
I wonder, and I also wonder
a
what you
year
would do with
electric.
it. Oh, an electric bill. That's a good question. When do you turn it on? When do you turn it off?
So now we're leaving the focus galleries. And we're coming into another section, which looks like it's more established to me.
Are you interested in that? Should we see those? Like very meticulously painted, almost like a sienna type of medieval things, or it's extremely boring?
I feel like Bart would like these.
Because
Do you
I'm
like
extremely
those?
boring. Well, that's what if they with your comment about what was it? Oh, they must be truly desperate. Look, there's an inspiration of Uccello over there with the horses.
Uh-huh.
Do you have Uccello?
Inspiration of the cello, correct.
Yes.
Yes.
The horses there, sort of playing around with. Is that a unicorn? No. Too bad. I'm desperate for a unicorn.
Bart is going to curate a show in a year or so.
In a year or so. Contemporary art.
The unicorn in contemporary art.
So this guy, whoever is this artist, which we should find out the name, is a very talented painter. I mean, he knows how to paint correctly. Would you
That
agree?
looks- that
Would you
looks like
agree?
a gas mask.
That's a plague painting. These are the plague.
Plague painting. Gas mask. So basically, he's reinterpreting medieval. What year is this art, Bart? 1500s?
No, it's earlier than that.
I mean, this is a
1300s.
modern artist, but yeah,
Yeah.
1300s?
Yeah.
Oil spilling, los windmill farms, las algas.
Is this St. George killing the dragon?
I think it is.
And
Look at the.
There's
the,
oil
look at the play
barrels.
of the like the head is too small for the body. They started playing around with the idea of foreshortening, which was always very awkward in a lot of these pieces.
I love that it's in this oil slick river of goo.
Blood. And
I feel
oil.
like that person right there
Oh,
most
really,
of my life.
Matt?
Yeah.
So it's medieval art reinterpreted, basically.
Yeah. Early Renaissance, I guess.
Early Renaissance.
I thought that one of that profile painting of the gas mask is quite good.
It is quite good. All right.
But
there are
would you buy it?
things-
That would be the question.
I was also very interested in doing a show on
I think we should go this way. On who, Matt? Who are you going to do it?
classicism. And sort of just the idea of destroying classicism, which you often see in a lot of these works, like this right here, where it's sort of this resistance to, or sort of critique, where the classical is chopped up in some kind of way, and I think that's an interesting notion. What is this? What is this machine?
That's
Is
just
it like a printing press or is it workout weights?
Oh, maybe.
Barbells with
Barbells with heads?
with the David.
blaster heads?
Barbells with David.
Oh, sorry.
You can work out with that. Those are beautifully
Yeah.
done. These art ones. Abstract ones. These art ones. I can't talk. It's great. Abstract, well done. I think. It's painted. It's paint. I like paint. It's done with precision. And the color, the palette is interesting. This is decorative. And well done and modern at the same time because they do a little bit, you see a little tiny blue. That is definitely deliberate. I like that. I like those touches. I like this like paint that is dripping paint, a little bit drippy. That kind of shows you the process or whatever, but you can tell that it's a hand that's making it. Human being. On the other hand, what is that horrendous thing over there? It's an apple and an octopus, like perfectly, an apple that's like oozing, I don't know what, and an octopus. It's really not a... And this is Catherine Bradford, whom I really like. I met her a long time ago. I own a couple of her works. I always thought she's brilliant. And let's see what else I have inside.
Nothing happened. I hope you have a lovely weekend.
They have a Catherine Bernhardt all the way over there, that mushroom. She's also shown with Swerner. I like those mushrooms, I have to say. But I have no idea what they're showing here on the left. It's something I would not be interested in at all. I do like the Elizabeth Clay pottery over there. I think that's beautiful. Look at this little tiny one with a little money tree. All in all, so.
Look at that plant growing out of the floor. OMR gallery.
Oh, that's in Mexico City. See you next time. And I'm Matt Nasser.
I'm Claudia Baez.
And this is How Does the Art World Work in Mexico City?